Hey guys, it's Randy with the Del Bro Group. I wanted to put together another market analysis for you guys for the month of May. As you know, every single month I'm going to put together one of these so you guys can have an idea of what's going on in the market and you can check the pulse and know what's going on with inventory, pending sales, sold sales, what it means for you as a buyer or a seller, just so you're aware and educated as to what's going on around you. So we'll go ahead and dive straight into this. So as we look here, we can see here that we have a significant amount of inventory compared to last month, about 9.6% up in terms of the amount of homes that are for sale, 6.8% up for the amount of solds, and then pendings are also up at about 8.1%. If we look over an entire year summary, we can see that we have 53% more inventory than this time last year, and we have 20% more pendings than we did this time last year. So what this means is that there's a lot more buyers that are actively looking right now, despite the rates being where they're at. And we can see here that rates in May of 2023 were about 6.6%, and rates today are 6.8. So despite the higher rate this year, we are still seeing more activity right now, and it's because buyers are more used to the current rates, and they know that there's still appreciation going on, and now still a great time to purchase. So if you're a seller, just know that there are more homes that are available for sale right now, so we're gonna have to compete against those. But we have a lot of buyers that are in supply right now. We're in the summer season, kids are out of school, everything is still nice and fluid for them to go out and search, and it's nice outside. So if we look here in the entire county, roughly 27 days on market is what it's taking for the average home to sell. Now that's down in comparison to last year, that was 30 days. So we have a little bit of days there that the homes are moving a little bit faster just because there's more activity going on right now on the buy side. But it's still roughly the same, still roughly 30 days, as long as you're priced well. If you're priced high on the high side and you keep your home priced high, then it will stay a little bit longer. But on average, it's about 27 days. Now, this is including all homes in the area, mobile homes, mansions, regular standard homes, median priced homes about $470,000 right now as well. So this is factoring all of those. If you have a home that's very specific, maybe you're in like the $900,000 price point or $600,000 price point, it may be a little bit different. So if you want me to get you a more accurate representation of this, let me know and I can plug the data in and get you a true summary of that. But roughly on average, it's about 30 days for something over 500,000, just because that's a little bit harder for people to afford. You may be closer to the 45 to 60 day mark, but they're all generally pretty close by. But again, if you want something very accurate, I can get that over to you. And then we can also see here the sales price. So say, for example, you're priced at $100,000. On average right now, people are getting about 99% of what their list price is at. And that is roughly the same as last year, except they're at 98. We're actually getting a little bit more right now with the amount of buyers that are out there. So if we scroll here, we can see that this is the median price point of homes that are sold in the county as well. So this is gonna actually talk about how appreciation is affecting us right now. Year to date, we have 4.9% appreciation. And in the month of April, we had a 5.7% hike. Pop that came up. In January, we've seen a loss of value, but obviously it all came back. We saw a 3.4% drop in value in January. Today we have a 4.9, and in April we got a bunch back at 5.7. And that's because we were entering that busy season. We're probably gonna give some of this back towards the end of the year, but right now we're actually capping up. And this, right now, this price point at 521,000 is the median price point right now. We've hit a peak. So even during COVID, when prices were exuberant, even back before the market crashed, our values are at an all-time high for the entire county. So if you're out there selling right now, just know that you're peak of the market right now for where things are currently at. And if you're a buyer, be aware of that as well, that we're also peak of the market, but inflation and everything else is allowing that to keep going too. So we're going to continue to see appreciation. Maybe it drops at the end of the year, but it's going to go right back up next year, especially with rates coming down and inventory being very scarce. So we're seeing that, and we're going to pay attention to that and report back to you guys on that. So but that's the trends here. What it means for you if you're a seller. If you're a seller out there, there is more inventory. Interest rates are still a little bit high, so we got to be cognizant of that. So as long as you're pricing your property well and you're listening to the market, you're going to be in a good spot. I have some sellers sometimes that will not listen to the market. The market's telling them that their home is valued at a certain price, but they're not willing to let the home go for that price. If you're not willing to let the home go for that certain price that the market's willing to give you, it's just going to take time, right? Real estate on average appreciates by 3% every single year. In California, we appreciate at a better rate. So you'll still be in a solid spot if you wait. Maybe you won't get the price point that you want today, but it will come over due time. It just depends on how long you're willing to wait for that. If you're a buyer, same sentiment. Rates are high right now. I don't like to say marry the house and date the rate, because rates can change at any given time. But depending on the circumstance and depending on the price point that you're looking at, there may be a way for you to actually get some seller credits to offset your payment a little bit, maybe buy down your interest rate. But there's also a decent amount of homes out there for you to search for too. Depending on the price point that you're at, there should be a significant amount of homes for you to still view. And it's not like COVID where you only had 1 or 2 homes to look at and everybody was bidding on those same homes. You have a little bit more options right now to choose from. So I would say if you're a buyer out there, keep looking, keep checking things out. There's opportunity out there among the homes in terms of possibly getting a seller credit or something that might make sense for you on that front. And if you're a seller, just know that it's very important right now to listen to the market and price properly. Pricing exuberantly high can hurt you. Pricing exuberantly low can hurt you as well. I've seen that in some circumstances, pricing significantly low is allowing people to come up to where the top of the markets want to offer, but it's not in all case scenarios. So we just got to be very cognizant of that. Usually it's pertaining more to flips. Like if you have a really nice flip and you want to get 100,000 and you offer it for 30,000, it's going haywire right now because a lot of investors are looking for flips right now. So it's different strategies for every different price point and every different consumer. So if you have any questions or want to get more of a tailor-made criteria for you and how it can better affect you and what it means for you and what the best position is going to be for you, feel free to reach out to me via text or email. I'm always available for you guys. And other than that, I hope you had an awesome Father's Day, and I hope you have an awesome week. Everybody take care. Talk to you soon.